Welcome to Lariat TV News. I'm Grace Smith.
And I'm Igor Stepchinsky. Thank you for joining us today. As the number of cases of the novel coronavirus grows around the world, Baylor continues to be on standby on behalf of student safety. The Public Department of Public Safety and Center for Global Engagement is monitoring the latest updates on COVID-19 and recently postponed university-sponsored travel to South Korea. The CDC issued a Level 3 warning, which asks to avoid non-essential travel due to an ongoing outbreak of respiratory illness caused by COVID-19. Travel restrictions from Baylor to China are still in effect at this time, and all sponsored travel for faculty, staff, and students is required to be registered with the Center of Global Engagement.
We're, following the trends, and I think as this plays out, we'll learn more about the behavior of the virus. There are scientists frantically working to develop a vaccine right now, and even though it'll take a year or more to develop it or get it to, pass safety testing, it's good that people are working on it right now.
Baylor students who are registered to vote can do so Tuesday, but not anywhere on campus. There are no polling stations at Baylor, so the closest location to cast your ballot is in the Waco Convention Center downtown. The polls for Super Tuesday, when the largest number of states hold their primaries, will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in Texas. The three highest profile races locally are the Democratic presidential primary, which will list a number of candidates who have already dropped out of the race. Bernie Sanders, Michael Bloomberg, Joe Biden, Pete Buttigieg, Tom Steyer, Elizabeth Warren, and Amy Klobuchar are all vying to take on Donald Trump in November. In the race for the U.S. Representative for District 17, Democrats David Harmillo, Rick Kennedy, and William Foster III all want to replace the incumbent Bill Flores, who is stepping down.
So do a list of Republicans, including former Secret Service agent Scott Bland, Renee Swan, George Hinman, and former lawmaker Pete Sessions. Another race garnering a lot of attention is who will succeed retiring long-term District 19 Judge Ralph Strother, Attorney Susan Kelly, former Justice of the Peace Christy DeCluet, Thomas West, and Michael Flynn. All Republicans are hoping to take over that court.
Primary winners will face off in the November general election. We canvassed students Thursday to see if they are registered to vote in the primaries.
I'm not. That's really embarrassing.
Yes.
I am not yet, but I will be soon.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Do they even know what Super Tuesday is?
No, I don't. I've never heard of that phrase before.
Kind of forgot about it. Yeah.
It's for primaries, right?
Yes.
Wait, I can't take it off.
And most importantly, how much do they know about the upcoming election?
I just don't know. I haven't been doing my research into the elections like I should have.
I mean, I think it's important because I think that it's really cool that we are a part of how our country runs, but I don't love how polar our country is right now.
From what I've seen in the past, college students don't normally vote as much as the older age groups do, so I think it's important for us to make sure our voice is heard.
Baylor has not had a voting location on campus since 2008, but we have learned school administrators are talking with county officials to try and change that and give students a university polling station. The Lariat print edition and BaylorLariat.com will have all the key election results Tuesday night and Wednesday morning.
The search to fill the freshman Senate vacancy is over as Josie Peterson was sworn in during Thursday's session. In a lengthy process, freshman class officers considered multiple applicants before finally landing on Peterson, who will serve out her term as senator through the spring semester, but will be required to run for re-election in March. Here's student government's newest member discussing her excitement for what is to come.
I'm super excited for this opportunity. I think that Senate is a really great way for me to get to be involved in the leadership at Baylor, and I get to meet a lot of other awesome student leaders, but I also get to be a voice for a lot of the people in the student body at Baylor. So super excited to represent the freshman class, and yeah, really honored for this opportunity. I'm really excited about the opportunity to be involved in some of the bills that get to be passed, and also to give my input about different things that I would like to see implemented in Baylor and in the Senate and the student government.
The safety of faculty, staff, and students is important to Baylor. The university takes many precautions to protect the campus in time of emergency. LTVN's Benshavia Jordan sat down with George Nunez from the Department of Public Safety, who shared how the safety of the university will be cohesive with the city of Waco.
1 minute of inconvenience, it's a lifetime of preparedness.
That 60 seconds will start Friday, March 6th. Baylor will link their sirens and emergency warning systems with the city of Waco in McLennan County, so everyone is on the same page with keeping you safe.
If we are in imminent threat of a tornado, we will sound the alarm. That is, we will activate Baylor Alert, which is text, email, and then our other systems, which is our indoor alerting system and our outdoor alerting system.
Baylor's Department of Public Safety receives their information directly from the National Weather Service, and in cases of emergency sounds the 8 sirens located around campus.
When people hear a siren, is to head indoors and to check their phones, whether it's text or email, for additional information as to what that threat may be. But most importantly also is to always share that information with others, with their roommate, their classroom, their classmates, or anyone else who may be around them.
With safety as a priority, Baylor has an on-campus training March 16th with the National Weather Service called Skywarn.
You get to learn about the basics about weather and also what it is about severe weather. And in Texas, that's tornadoes. And then also how to participate in reporting any severe weather that people might observe. So it's actually a great way for students and community members to get involved.
If you are not signed up for Baylor Alerts, you can do so by visiting the DPS website. For Lariat TV News, I'm Benshavia Jordan.
The Board of Regents approved the final phase of a $21.2 million renovation of Tidwell Bible Building late last week. Tidwell, built in 1954, is being remodeled as one of the university's top priorities in the nearly $300 million of improvements across campus planned in conjunction with the Give Light campaign. The finished product will feature a prayer chapel and on the top floors of Tidwell that will offer a breathtaking view of campus, as elevators will offer access to the chapel for the first time in the building's history. Construction on the 57,000 square foot facility is expected to begin in late 2020 with a reopening anticipated in 2022.
The Peace Corps listed Baylor University 21st nationally among mid-sized schools in their list of top volunteer-producing colleges. 17 Baylor alumni currently serve in the Peace Corps in countries across the world, with 215 former Bears having served abroad since the agency's founding in 1961. Students are continually encouraged to get into the community and get involved. Baylor grad Preston Anderson is currently aiding economic development in Peru and says that he owes much of his Peace Corps service to the guidance of faculty and staff members who encouraged him to take his Baylor education beyond borders.
Up next, you'll see a whole family of felines who live in quite the mansion, Collins Parking Garage.
We'll also take you to outer space with the intergalactic surgeon and Baylor alumni Sparky Williams. Stay tuned.
The best and brightest are drawn to Baylor, where those from many backgrounds with many talents shine together before casting their light outward to illuminate the world. Through transformational learning opportunities that are grounded in Christian faith and service, and research that impacts lives and communities. Baylor University, a place where lights shine bright.
Did you get your Ring by Spring? Ring Week was this past week, where students came to the sub to try on and purchase their official Baylor rings. But don't worry, if you happen to miss this opportunity, you are still able to order your ring online. But do it fast so it will be ready in time for the ring ceremony, which will be Saturday, May 2nd at 3 p.m. in Waco Hall.
The tradition, and it's a professional ring, we recommend that you think of it as a ring that you would wear for life. And we recommend that you wear it on the ring finger of your right hand, and it's you know, it's something, if you don't wear it all the time, at least put it on when you go for job interviews or when you're in meetings where you need to look professional or want that symbol. And a lot of people love it and wear it all the time. I wear mine many days. And we recommend, of course, that you get the official ring, which is sanctioned sanctioned by the university through Balfour, and participate in the ring ceremony. To me, the ring ceremony is like a forerunner to commencement.
Well, it looks like Joy and Lady aren't the only live animals who call the Baylor campus home. With hordes of cats roaming campus, it may seem like the felines are out of control, but that's not quite the case. Cat colonies are at colleges nationwide and offer a sanctuary for every resident. Baylor's Collins parking garage has become a home for plenty of felines who have been spayed, neutered, and returned, making them safe friends for Baylor students. You can also rest assured that the cats are well fed and cared for daily thanks to volunteers like Dennis Nolan, who nurtures the four-legged felines and educates students on the cats around campus.
What we're trying to do is educate people on feral cat, on how to manage a feral cat colony and how it works, because what we're trying to do is protect the general public, everyone here, from wild animals, because they also will eat the cat food. To reduce the potential for pests like raccoons and skunks and other animals to get at the food is to have a controlled program where animals are fed by feeders that actually know the rules and will follow the rules that Baylor has established.
The Waco Independent School District recently presented Baylor's School of Education with its RISE Award for Outstanding Community Partners. Baylor has collaborated with Waco ISD for 26 years in helping train classroom teachers through 6 professional development schools in the district. Baylor's partnership liaison and School of Education's Dr. Crystal Gorey represented Baylor and accepted the award at a Waco ISD Board of Trustees meeting. This September, 28 Baylor seniors and 53 juniors are working in the WISD schools.
Baylor Scott and White Health opened a new sports and orthopedic center in Waco on Thursday, designed to advance sports medicine and promote injury prevention. The building will be home to a multitude of physicians and physical therapists, alongside state-of-the-art imaging equipment and groundbreaking orthopedic surgery. The 4-floor facility has rehabilitation and sports therapy hubs, 48 exam rooms, procedure rooms, an outdoor sports performance arena, and even an anti-gravity treadmill. The center will offer services for Baylor athletes and non-athletes in the community.
One small step for bears, one giant leap for mankind. A Baylor graduate, Colonel Dr. Walter Sparky Matthews, who is a Surgeon General for the United States Space Force, is about to take Baylor students where no bear has ever gone before. On Thursday, Matthews spoke to a room filled with students about the future of medicine in space and what they can do to be a part of this groundbreaking step into the future. I was there and have all the details.
How do we approach this new frontier of practicing medicine in space? Where do we do it?
A classroom overflowed with students and guests as Colonel Dr. Walter Matthews, better known as Sparky, spoke about the new United States Space Force and what the future holds for medicine in space.
Virtually no one else in this country has heard anything about so far.
Former Baylor graduate himself, Matthews is now a Surgeon General of the USSF, which is a newly formed military service branch that is in charge of organizing, training, and equipping space forces in order to protect as well as provide space capabilities to the United States and allies in space.
We would like to sing Kumbaya in space with everyone else around the world if we could.
I asked Matthews right before his lecture about what he hopes the students will take away after today.
I want them to catch the excitement of where we're going and what we're doing, not 20 years in the future, but 5 years in the future, or next year, or next month. And to be able to take that excitement and convert it into real action. So things that they can do research on here at Baylor University. Ways that when they leave this university they can go to medical school, nursing school, or to get a postdoctorate or a graduate degree in engineering, find a path into space if that's what they want to do.
I would love to get involved in that in some way, but definitely on the earth.
On the ground.
Yeah.
I saw Apollo 13 when I was 7. It terrified me. I will never go to space because that scares me, but like getting involved in research would be so fascinating because I think the problem solving aspect of it, that's something so different and new, like the fact that like there's so many things to discover and problem solve through that. I think that would be really interesting to do research with that.
To top it all off, at the end of his lecture, Matthew announced that on August 1st, he will be retiring from the Air Force. But on that exact same day, he will be starting his new mission as a Baylor professor. For Lariat TV News, I'm Grace Smith.
Baylor's School of Music prepares students for careers in music with the help of faculty who are active musicians. LTVN's Bryn Jordan spoke with two members of a special group on campus that performs with voices alone.
We're members of Baylor Virtuoso.
This contemporary a cappella group is the only one on Baylor's campus. Founded in 2012, Virtuoso performs in front of many audiences using only their voices.
We've also gone around the U.S. for different competitions. We actually, last semester, Baylor flew us out to Los Angeles to sing for their Give Light campaign.
Also performing locally at places such as Chapel and Magnolia.
It's a very rigorous group. It's very musically demanding, but it's so fun, and we're such a community. We're 100% family.
The group is advised by Stephen Gusakuma with 14 members and room to grow.
Come audition!
To stay informed on upcoming audition dates and performances, you can follow Virtuoso on Instagram, Facebook, and check out their YouTube channel. For Lariat TV News, I'm Bryn Jordan.
The number 2 men's and women's basketball teams in the country call Waco home.
And with the Baylor softball team on a 13-game win streak, they're in good company.
Sports with Drake is right after this break.
At Baylor, our lights shine
while we push our limits
and guide the way.
At Baylor, our lights shine as we're making connections
and making an impression.
As leaders
and as part of something bigger.
Baylor's light shines around the world, but it starts in each of us. Baylor, where lights shine bright.
The Lady Bears' reign of dominance continued on Monday night when Kim Mulkey's squad clinched their 10th straight Big 12 title after steamrolling West Virginia in Morgantown. Baylor's conference title streak is the longest active title streak in Division I women's basketball and the 10th longest streak of all time. Speaking of streaks, the team is looking to extend their Big 12 record regular season win streak to 57 games on Saturday when they'll host Kansas State at the Farrell Center. Lauren Cox and friends are set to tip off at 6 p.m., and the team will celebrate its conference championship after the game. The second-ranked men's basketball squad clinched their best regular season finish in Big 12 history with an 85-66 rout of Kansas State on Tuesday in the Farrell Center. With the emergence of Matthew Meyer, who's averaging almost 12 points over his last 4 games and had a career-high 19 against Kansas State, the Bears have added another wrinkle to their offense. As they head into the home stretch of Big 12 play, head coach Scott Drew says the Bears are keeping their eye on the prize as they hit the home stretch.
Well, I think the big thing for us is, like every team, we started out and the goal was to win a Big 12 championship, and I mean, we got 12 days to make history.
The 19th ranked Baylor softball team is rolling with 13 straight dubs after a win on Tuesday and a 1-run victory over number 21 Arkansas on Thursday. Recapping their match on Tuesday night, the softball program celebrated Kim Mulkey's 600th win on the hardwood by inviting her to throw out the first pitch for the game against her alma mater, Louisiana Tech. Mulkey, however, wasn't the only spark of excitement as the Lady Bears marched back from trailing early to squeak a 2-1 victory. Squad now faces their toughest test yet with 5 games in the Woo Pig Classic in Fayetteville, Arkansas against top caliber opponents.
I'm pumped. You know, there's great competition down there, and I think that's where you grow is playing great competition. And, you know, we're looking forward to playing, you know, Arkansas, Villanova, Florida State, and Kent State. And so those are going to be great matches. That's really where we're going to be tested, and that's where we need to take us to the next level.
I'm really excited. There's a lot of great teams out there that we're really excited to play, and we're ready for the competition.
These are ranked teams. We're going to play 3 of the 5 games against teams ranked higher than we are, two games with Florida State in the top 10. So they certainly have great pitching, but we saw great pitching this weekend. I think we're ready for it.
On the baseball diamond, the Bears kicked off their week with a 2-0 shutout over UT Rio Grande Valley after dropping last weekend's series with Oral Roberts. Freshmen made their mark on the midweek matchup with first baseman Kyle Nevin going 3 for 4 with a triple. Center fielder Jared McKenzie extending his hitting streak to 8 games. Pitcher Will Rigney struck out 2 and allowed no runs in 3 innings of work in his first career start. The squad faces their biggest challenge yet in this weekend's Shriners College Classic in Houston. Coach Steve Rodriguez's team will face second-ranked Arkansas, 16th-ranked LSU, and Missouri Friday through Sunday. Track and field is heading into their biggest weekend of the indoor season today as they make the trip to Ames, Iowa for the Big 12 Indoor Championships. Going into the meet, the Bears have 9 individuals ranked in the top 4 in the conference, as well as both of their 4x4 relay teams. Baylor will kick off their weekend at 3 o'clock on Friday with the women's weight throw and women's pole vault. Both days of the meet will be streamed live on ESPN+. After upsetting 4th-ranked Fresno State in Waco last Saturday, the equestrian team is looking to capitalize on their momentum as they head into a doubleheader this weekend. The Bears will travel to College Station today, where they're set to take on both 8th-ranked Texas A&M and South Dakota State before getting a week off to prepare for their matchup on March 7th with Oklahoma State in Waco. The 21st-ranked men's tennis squad will hit the road for a match with Illinois in Champaign on Sunday. The 9th-ranked pairing of Sven Law and Konstantin Franzen are looking to improve their record in doubles play to 14-0, with Law also looking to bolster his undefeated record in singles play. The Bears are set for a 6 o'clock start, and the match will be streamed live at fightingillini.com. And that's all from an undefeated week in sports.
Be sure to watch us on BaylorLariat.com, YouTube, or the Waco City channel.
Thank you for watching Lariat TV News today. Tune in on Monday for our Sing Choice Awards. Have a great weekend, Baylor Nation.